Hello, welcome to this lecture video still on non-parametric statistics. So we are going to solve another problem, and that problem is on comparison. Is there a significant difference in the level of satisfaction when grouped by socioeconomic status? So going over with our data, so let's just close our data here. So going over with our data. So we have here level of life satisfaction, socioeconomic status. So the socioeconomic status is divided into three categories, while the level is 1, extremely dissatisfied, until 7, extremely satisfied. So this means that our data is not in at least interval, so we cannot solve this using a parametric test. So we will be using non-parametric test. So even if we would like to use a parametric test because it's more powerful, if our data is ordinal data and we do not have any other means to generate the numerical data or the at least interval data rather, then we cannot, of course, do anything about it but to use the non-parametric test. Now let us generate using a Kruskal Wallis test because it is a problem of comparison when grouped according to three categories. So analyze, non-parametric test, and then we're going to K independent samples because, of course, the socioeconomic status of the respondents are not paired sample or not dependent from each other. So it is independent. So let us transfer the level and transfer the socioeconomic status here. It's defined as 1 to 3. Continue. We have a check mark, Kruskal Wallis. Click OK. So this is the result of the test. So let me just capture this. Basically. So what is this result telling? So it shows that the very little or the socioeconomic status of the respondents with very little have the lowest or rather have the highest mean rank, which means that they are the most satisfied because of course the data here again came from the level of satisfaction. So just to go back, this is the questionnaire. This is the questionnaire that asks the respondents to rate from items 1 to 7, and it reveals the level of satisfaction of the respondent. So the highest is very little. So they are the one who are more or rather most satisfied, followed by just enough and little. But we are not actually sure about it, not unless we will do the pairwise comparison test. So based from the result of the Kruskal Wallis, so this can be written also using the chi-square symbol. The p-value is 0.000, indicating that there is a significant difference. So how will we generate the pairwise comparison, which is also, of course, the counterpart of post-hoc comparison and parametric test? So we will be going to our data again and click Analyze, Non-Para. So we will be using this independent sample. And go to Fields. Here, if I will transfer the level, it will not accept. Maybe it is because of what is programmed in SPSS. But we know that our data is, of course, ordinal. For us to use non-parametric test or for us to use this function, we will just initially change this into scale. But of course, we are not telling that the level is scale. It's ordinal. Definitely, it's an ordinal. We just need to change this for us to do the test. So analyze, non-para, and independent sample. Because of course, we also know that if our data is at least interval, but it's not normally distributed, the test that can be used is also a non-parametric test. So let's transfer socioeconomic status here and click the run. So what do we have here? Okay, so we have here the result. So it will already provide you with the decision that we are rejecting them null, but we already know that when we generate the first table. So what is next? Right click, edit content in separate window again. Just click this, right click, edit content in separate window. So this will be what it looks like. And then in our lower, uh, let's look here. So we have here the view. So in the lower right corner, so we have the view. This will be replaced with pairwise comparison. So this is where I get, or this is where we have the pairwise comparison. So again, in the right, lower right, so let's click this view and change this into pairwise. So you can actually explore it by just clicking all of this, and then you're gonna see all other values here, continuous information, and of course our concern is the pairwise. So this is the result that we need. So let's just copy this and paste it here. Let's see if we were able to copy it. Oh, this is not the table. Let's go back. Maybe let's just snipe it again. Okay, copy and paste. So this is now the result of the pairwise comparison. So what is telling us? So if we will be comparing little and just enough, it is not significant. So let's use our, so this is of course not significant. Those colored in the yellow, it is significant. So it means that when we compare very little and little, it is significant. We compare just enough and very little, it is also significant. So going to this table, or rather figure, we have lines that shows if there is a significant difference or there is no significant difference. So if it's yellow, it means it is significant. And we can also see the value of the min rank. This is the min rank. The numbers here are the, and of course the highest is very little, meaning that this is significantly higher. It is significantly higher than very little and just enough because we have color yellow. But when little and just enough are being compared, it is not significant. The color is black. So it means that the satisfaction of little and just enough are the same. While for very little, they are more satisfied with their lives compared with those who belong to socioeconomic status of little money and just enough money. So this ends the lecture on Kruskal Wallis. Thank you for watching.